Hey folks, welcome to Sleepyhead Outdoors. For this adventure we're going to do the Gerard Trail here at Oil Creek State Park. Going to be hiking in 36 miles solo for this one. Hope you enjoy. Alright, there are multiple places to start. I've chosen to start at the very south entrance at the Rhine Farm. And again, you can just choose your route. 36-mile solo hike. It's about 77 degrees here. This is July 2021, although I'm not posting until the following year. Hope you enjoy. You will start the very beginning of this hike on the road. We have to cross the bridge. This is the southern end crossing of Oil Creek. Alright, I'm doing the trail clockwise, so I'm now entering the woods for the first time, well, the trees, here at Oil Creek on the west side. And we're off to a good start with a blowdown within the first quarter mile. What I already love about this trail, besides the nasty mosquitoes, is you're going to be walking along history all along the course of this trail. If you care to learn, I guess you'll just have to pause this one, if you can even read it from that far away. Right now I feel like I'm on a tourist trail rather than a hiking trail, but it's kind of the point of this one. There's a lot of history here near Titusville. Alright, this open area is known as the Blood Farm, where I just chased a doe out of the brush. Neat thing about this trail, so far as obviously it's running through civilization, so I don't feel alone or remote at this point. Blood Farm. So I guess if you get bored of hiking, you have toys to play on. Thinking about it, but I'll pass. Taping only because the trail's taking higher ground, and you should be able to hear the dam down below. The neat thing about walking along Oil Creek is you could smell it, which you can't do through a video. So far it's been a wonderful little hike. Now we're in the woods. Alright, once elevated, the trail looks a lot like this. A lot of ferns. Looks like a lot of PA woods. Seems like whatever trail you hike, you get a little of this along the way. Tech country. You see several of these barrows interspersed in the forest along the trail. Kind of nifty foundation right along the trail. Kind of a spooky find just off the trail, a little side trail to obviously a grave marker. There's a beautiful bridge over Benninghoff Run. Alright, we've come to a clearing which is known as Benninghoff Farm. Really cool spot. Trail goes right by the barn, and then it goes by two more of these big boys back into the woods. Really love this section past Benninghoff Farm. It goes into hemlocks, my favorite. Now that's a very colorful sight. Well, just a few minutes ago I spoke about things around the corner. Now here's another one. Although it's not pretty, it's stuff. It makes things interesting. I have no idea what this whole thing was. Gosh, almost something haunting about this particular place. Well folks, I'm ready to try to take you to the best falls in the state, because it's called Greg Falls. And that's my first name. Guess she'd look a little better if this was not mid-July. Or he, because it's Greg's Falls. I predict something big came through here, because there's a lot of logs down right here. Now, I know this won't turn out overly well, but this is a glimpse of the Allegheny National Forest right here when you got the nice rock walls on each side of you. Cool. Finally, some kind of scenic view, but not very. Lighting's bad today with the sunshine. I'm just taping this because I'm in the middle of a probably at least 10 switchbacks coming down to the creek. We are probably a mile or less to our campsite for the night, Wolf Kill. Well, this path has been so well taken care of, but we get these little blowdowns, which are bummers. All right, found another one of these beautiful bridges. This one's called Alfred's Bent Nail Bridge, and it's probably a quarter of a mile to the shelters. Beautiful. There's a beautiful array of, I don't know what these are. They're right along the trail, right along Wolf Kill Run. Definitely my favorite hiking is when you get to hike up along a running stream. Again, this is Wolf Kill Run, almost to the campsite. One of my favorite signs of the day, going to the shelters, started at 11 a.m. exactly and ended at 5 p.m. exactly. 6 hours, 12 miles, lots of photograph stops, rest stops, pretty good day. All right, these are what the shelters look like. They're the Adirondack shelters like they have on the Laurel Highlands Trail. I believe there are 5 of them here at Wolf Kill, but I'm hammocking. Good evening. All right, this is camp. Not overly thrilled with the way I set up the hammock, but it's not supposed to storm tonight, so taking that chance. Supper time, and I guess bedtime. All right, good morning. It's Friday morning. It's 6:30. Downpour, 10 o'clock. Rain till midnight. Hot. Terrible night's sleep. I hate having to pack up like this, but that's part of the duty, so that's the driest thing I can put stuff on. There's where I camped. All right, good morning. It's 7:15, and I'm on the side trail to the shelter, ready to get back on the trail. I know this is Miller Run, but I'm not sure if this is Miller Falls or they're up above. I'll climb down to get this one. We're now at the crossing of Miller Run. Love these massive hemlocks. Reminds me of the Tambark Trail in the Allegheny National Forest. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this section past Miller Run. It's just kind of long and side hill. So probably won't do a lot of taping until I get to the Drake Museum. Kind of safe to say that I've reached pretty much the western or the northern end of this trail. I believe this is the bike path, and so we're going down to the museum. One of the things for sure, when you flatten out and get down here in the valley, the bugs are terrible. All right, apparently I've arrived at the northern end. Not so sure what the name of this picnic area is. I'll be going across that bridge, and that's Oil Creek flowing below. So apparently this bench is part of the trail. So apparently the trail does not go to the museum, so I'm going to see if there's a side trail. I'm not going to just walk straight down here and then come back. I'm bushed, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so stay tuned. Apparently there's a number of these fancy overhanging signs. We just crossed the railroad and now we are on the Eastern Loop, 18 miles. Okay, just so you're aware, the trail does not go to the Drake Museum, and so we'll continue now southbound. Not much to film because I ate most of them out, but I got huckleberries here on Power Line. I will say this much, once on the Eastern Loop, so much easier trail so far. Here's a view, but there isn't a whole lot to look at. Alright, here's what I believe is Boughton Falls. but it's not all along the trail. You have to come down a very steep embankment to even get a glimpse of this falls. But I'm pretty sure this is it, and it was worth the climb down. And it's raining now, by the way. Got some friends to see me. Been seeing them all the course of this trek. I at least like its name. So isn't that special? Somebody has a balloon out here just for me. And I am special. Following Toy Run. You heard that in the background, but there's a thunderstorm coming again. It's about 1:45. Just when I had the bush back. It's going to rain. Folks, I don't normally put my face on the camera, and I know it's shaking, but I just hunkered down for a 45-minute thunderstorm. Luckily, I had my hammock canopy, and I just kind of held everything underneath it and stay dry as I can. And so I'm going to have to get to the shelter and air everything out. But all is well, didn't get hit by lightning, and that's all that counts. Lord is good. Plum Dungeon Run. Pretty cool name. Well, I've gone down for most waterfalls. After that rain, I'm not trying to slide down this steep stuff. So we'll just tape it from afar. This is Plun Dungeon Falls. Now I'm just hoping to get to the campsite before another rainstorm. One of the things I hate most after storms is the trail. Yeah, get a stream. Oddly enough, this is also supposed to be Greg's Run. I don't know if this little fall has a name, but it's on Greg's Run. And that's the best name you could give it. Almost a camp. Okay, I found Cow Run. There's one back here in the woods, the shelter there, down there, down there, and here's number one. Here's another glimpse at number one. It's 5:30 and it's pouring. So I'm in one of the shelters, got my stuff all over the place. Still planning to set up my hammock later, but we'll see. 5:30. Glad to be in a shelter. Good morning. It's about 6:30 a.m. Rained from 5 to 11 last night. But we're off and finishing up this hike. I'm only recording this as an update. It has been pouring to the point I can't hardly see the blazes. We're at the road crossing, and it's just been pouring for the last 2.5 miles. So I don't know if I'll do much taping. I always get some of these kind of days, and today's one of them. This is almost funny, it's an emergency shelter. After almost 4.5 miles in the pouring rain, it's now letting up as we're heading down to the park road. Still got 4 miles left. It says the Great Petroleum Shaft. It's a nice big hole down here. Great example of what happens when it pours for a couple hours. This is my trail. Trail brings you down to this marshy area. Big weeds. Well, 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 look what we have here. A ford, especially after all the rain. A major problem. Major. Can't beat that sound. They got cool stuff in the woods. I believe this is Hemlock Run. A bushwhack to get down here. And I stand corrected, that was Rattlesnake Run. Oh, here's a rare glimpse of the Oil Creek from the trail. We don't get many opportunities to be down by the water. And she's flooded. On a drier day, maybe I'd be tempted to go down by the water's edge, but it's probably flooded right up to the trail. Well, as most of you like to know, I don't like to tape my face, but as soon as I got done filming down there by the Oil Creek, it just started pouring again, so I'm soaking wet again, but at least it's stopped here a bit before I'm getting to the end of the trail. See what's ahead. This should tell me that my hike is almost over. 36 miles. Bam. Spoke too soon because now we're going back up. Oh, we'll be there soon. And this concludes the Gerard Trail. Thanks for joining me on my journey. 36 miles complete. God bless.